Hello, Alphas and Sigmas. I'm Chaxley Bronner. This is my friend
Jack Hammer.
and we are Wolf Theory. Welcome to Wolf Theory Podcast. I'd like to start off today's episode with a little bit of wisdom. Hear me out. Girls are like coins because they have two sides. Men are like a $50 note because we're better.
We're better.
We're
And
better.
You see, this is the anti-man rhetoric that they're spreading against us these days.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Jack, because I was recently in primary school, alright? I was
Yes.
hanging around the outside gates of a primary school, and I heard a little girl say, alright, she said this, and you're not going to believe this, Jack, so...
I'm ready, I'm
pay
ready.
up, listen attention.
I'm listening.
Girls go to college to get more knowledge. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
Well, you see, that is exactly the kind of
Exactly,
anti-man
Jack,
rhetoric that I'm talking about, that they're spreading today.
Exactly, this liberal woke agenda, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what they're doing to our dogs, Jack?
What are they doing to our
They're
dogs?
cutting their balls off, man.
What that is terrible. What they're doing there is they're destroying their masculinity.
Let me jump in there, Jack. Jumping jacks. But, it's exactly. So, back in the primal times, alright, you know, men were the hunters, women were the gatherers. It's the
Yes.
natural order. It's
Yes, I know.
hardwired into our biology, Jack. It's
Yes.
hardwired. And it's the same for dogs, you know, they were our hunting companions. Because you gotta understand that women, they have a pheromone, alright? They've got these pheromones, and that's how dogs used to hunt, alright, when they had balls, back when they had balls. Because no one lets their dogs have balls anymore. For God's sake, like, honestly, Jack, it's absolutely ridiculous. But the dog's balls allow it to track down the pheromones of the female animal. And for this reason, that is why they are hardwired to need these aspects of themselves, alright?
Now, I've seen recently that researchers at MIT have been doing research into the dog pheromones, and they're covering up the evidence. They're saying there's nothing there to say that castrating your dog is not taking away their masculinity.
It's
So
absolutely ridiculous.
even the universities are going after the men of the world.
It just shows how deeply ingrained these prejudices are in our institutions, alright? They don't respect high-value men, and they don't respect high-value pack animals. Because as
They
men...
don't see us.
They don't see us.
We
They
have
don't
no
see us.
recognition. This
And
is why I
that's
want to
what-
bring
that's-
in Man Month, okay? We have
Exactly.
Pride Month.
For the gays!
But really, men in our society are just so beat down and they get no recognition. So I think we need
Exactly.
Man Month.
Yeah, exactly. All throughout history, it has been the men, alright, doing all the work,
It has been the
making
men
all the decisions,
starting
alright?
all the wars,
You gotta understand
everything, making
how
all the big,
hard of a
important
burden
decisions.
that is, alright?
Incredibly hard burden.
such a-
And you
it's
know what?
so
I see
hard. It's really
so
hard.
I see these women as well. You know, they're popularizing this phrase. Have you heard about it?
What's the phrase?
The phrase is, behind every successful man, there is a powerful woman. And that is just women trying to take credit
For the achievements
the
of men,
incredible
you know.
achievements
Yeah,
of men, such
you
as,
know,
starting multiple world wars.
Exactly.
Which is just an incredible
exactly.
display of power.
Archduke Franz Ferdinand, he was the first Sigma.
He
Okay,
was the
he would
first
never,
Sigma.
he
He
would
was.
never have stood for this.
He was the first Sigma.
Yeah, and they had to kill him because they couldn't stand it. You know, they call us stigma males because they're afraid to talk about it.
They're afraid.
It's the same thing with this liberal. We've actually decided upon a different term which we'd like to be known by. Feel free to, if you're watching this and you feel that alpha or sigma, maybe it doesn't fully encapsulate the
If you don't feel
who you are.
if you don't feel right by it, if you don't feel
If you
like
don't feel like it defines who you are as
Yes.
a high value male.
as a high value
male.
incredible male,
Yeah.
we've come up with the term Omicron male.
Yeah, no, an Omicron male is actually defined by, you propel against the social norms.
So
You fight
you
against
fight back
oppression.
against
you know?
the male oppression
The
in the
male
world
oppression,
right
that is,
now.
the misandry. The misandry.
Yes.
Yeah, the misandry. Right, okay, so that's an Omicron male, but what about the months? You know, we were just talking about the months.
We were.
We were just talking about this. Here, I have a strong feeling about this as well.
Yes.
You know how, dogs are man's best friend. You don't
Yes.
need chicks. You need
No.
dogs. You need, in your life as a man, a high
need
value
men.
man, you need men and dogs.
In your life,
I
inside you.
need dogs in me. No, men and dogs inside my life.
inside
alright?
your life.
Inside
Yes.
my life.
Yes.
So I think we need a month for the vets. We
The
need a
vets.
month for the vets.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the veterinarians.
Yes.
You know, like the medical professionals who go out of the way to help our furry friends.
Yeah.
Unless they're neutering them, in which case, go fucking kill yourself. But,
Totally.
the men that are vets, they don't receive enough appreciation.
No.
Right? you know.
Incredibly undervalued members of society.
Yeah, so I think we should kick the gays out of June, all right?
Yeah.
It should be vet month.
June is
for
no
the
longer
veterinarians.
the month for the gays. It's now the veterinarian month.
Yeah, because they need to help out our furry little friends.
They're
right?
far more important to our society.
Exactly. What do gay men do? What do they do?
Nothing other than.
I mean,
Wolf theory.
sorry about that. We had a couple of technical problems there.
Yeah,
but,
just small technical issues.
technical issues. But anyway, back to what we were saying. So gay men?
Gay men. Yep. We
Yep.
don't have anything to do with any of them.
Nope, nothing.
Definitely.
Never been
if you're
affiliated.
a gay
at
man
all.
watching this show,
I have
turn it
never-
off and come to our house.
No, don't.
No, don't
Come
do
to our
that.
house so we can shoot
Yeah,
you
so we
in the
can
head
shoot-
with a load of lead. Packing lead. We're packing.
We're packing.
Packing lead.
We're packing gay men. So
With
keep
lead.
away. Keep
Yeah,
away.
Keep away, bro. Now we're just joshing, but I think it really amplifies an issue in society today, wouldn't you say, Jack?
I would
It's
agree.
so egregious for a man to speak this way, you know.
No.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
Because I don't have a problem with gay men, okay?
No.
But the thing is about the woke liberal agenda that they are inherently spreading
Yes.
is that
I've seen them
it's,
spread
it's
it.
impacting male friendships, you know?
It
A
is.
man can't turn to another man anymore and say, I wanna go out.
I want you. I mean, I want you to go out with.
I want you to hold my hand.
I want you to comfort me.
Yeah,
No.
like we can't get comfort from each other anymore because everyone says, "Oh, you this, you that."
You're gay. You're gay.
But it's not gay, okay? Because
It's
you
just
gotta
male
understand,
friendship.
It's
different.
just male friendship.
Women could never understand.
Exactly, because I think there's a real space that is missing in society right now for men to have intercourse. And
Yeah,
by
intercourse. Yes, I agree.
I mean,
by intercourse we mean dialogue.
and conversation.
Conversation about life and about how it is to live in this world where as men we are so oppressed daily.
Daily, every day. It never stops. It's every day.
And what I believe is that the only man that could fill the void, fill it up, the void inside another man, is another man. Only men can fill men up.
Because men and women can't be friends. Like,
No,
we know this, right?
No,
like,
we know this.
You know, people
It's
say
impossible.
people say that it's not the case so often, but unfortunately it is true. Like men and women can imagine a man and a woman sitting down to record a podcast.
Imagine
together.
it would be impossible.
It would be completely impossible. It could just never be done because the thing is the pheromones. You know what we're saying
It's
about
the pheromones, yes. It's all
They
about the
would become
pheromones. It's
too
all in our
strong.
biology.
Unless you're actually a couple or something, then you can't do that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like a man can only
And,
make a podcast.
I feel cheated by the women of this world because none of them want to be with me, and I just don't know why. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like we are high value.
We are
males,
high
right?
value
We work.
Omicron
we work
males.
a good job.
We work a good job. We make good money from this podcast.
Yeah, we do. Honestly,
We do. We make lots of money. But none of the women ever seem to want us. We just don't. We don't get it.
decided we don't need that validation in our
No,
lives.
we don't need
I
female
only need-
validation anymore.
Exactly. We've grown and changed. That is another key part of being an Omicron male is that you don't center your self-image on pleasing women. You know, like I have
you
never
center it on
pleased,
pleasing
I,
men.
I have never pleased a woman in my
No,
life.
I please men all the time, though.
Exactly.
Regularly.
Exactly.
Yes, that's the biggest part of being an Omicron male for me.
It's so big, so big.
It's so big.
But the reason this is such a big problem in society, Jack, is actually because no women in this society, this woke society,
climate that we live in right
this
now.
climate, this political climate,
political climate.
these woke spheres of influence that are
Yes.
indoctrinating children.
The woke
as
mafia.
we're saying, girls are instilled with, and chicks are instilled with an inherent belief to not believe in men.
I know.
Yeah, and I just can't understand why. I can't understand why.
I don't get it.
You know, we're meant to be providers. We're the hunters.
We're the hunters, the gatherers, and
exactly,
we have pheromonal needs.
Exactly. So I think that the reason it's such an issue is because men are biologically we are hardwired to want sex, right?
Literally all of the
That's
time.
what I'm saying. Literally all the time.
Biological.
I'm
It's
so-
biological.
Yeah,
it's natural.
all the time,
And
natural.
we get
Like-
shamed for it.
Exactly. We get shamed. Like, it's terrible. So it's terrible that women aren't willing to fulfill these needs. Because
But I think women should never have sex. Ever.
no, that's right actually.
But actually,
Because,
men need their
I was
needs
talking to a chick,
fulfilled.
and I was like, "What's your body count?" And she was like, 1. And I was like,
I judged her. We judged
"You
her
judge
instantly.
so much." Yeah, he was there.
We ran. We
Yeah.
ran straight away to back to
You
all
remember that
our
chick?
men,
She was for the
our
streets,
men
bro.
friends.
She's for the
She was
streets.
for the streets.
Yeah. She's for the streets, man. Wait,
Wait.
bro.
Wait.
If women can't, then
And men need.
what?
Wait.
Who?
Sorry about that. That's another technical issue on our part. We're really
Yeah, we're really sorry. It's really playing up today. You know, there was
really getting them all over.
worldwide
Yeah,
crash.
IT
It's just
crash
really
thing. It's really
us.
affecting. Yeah.
Really affecting us right now. So back to men.
Back to men.
Yeah,
The topic
back to
of men and the Omicron males.
Omicron males. You know, another thing about an Omicron male is that they have a grind set which is even beyond the level of a Sigma. Like, I'm so fully dedicated to grinding all the time.
I
on
grind
everything.
all the time with other men. You know what I mean? We all
Yeah.
grind to
Because
be the best.
I think as men, in society, in work, in life, we need to come together. We need
genuinely,
to
we need to come together
as men. We
to
need to
work.
come all together as
Absolutely,
men.
I agree. I
to
see
work
you.
on a better world for men, because like I work hard. You know, if you want to become rich, because we're very rich.
Yeah, we're very,
loaded,
very
absolutely
rich.
loaded.
If anyone, wants
if you want
to
to
know,
I'm 6'3".
I'm 6'5",
rich in company, rich
as well.
in-
Yeah,
rich in everything.
rich in general.
The fact of the matter is that if you want to be rich, then there are some things that you can't do that poor people do.
Yeah,
So the first of these is that when you are feeling like going to, say, the store to buy a sweet treat, then you should not do that, because if you are yes, then Ken said yes would go.
sorry about that, everyone. We
God, it's really playing up today.
really playing up. Now we just want to close the show by examining an issue that is very close to our hearts, which is the etymology of the word feminist. Now
Feminists.
we need
hate them,
to examine this, because this is a
Feminism is
worrying
the great plague
link.
of our time.
It is the great plague. Now this is a worrying link to something very, very terrifying and dangerous.
And it could actually prove that there is an undoubtable link between feminists and, the devil. Like
Satan himself.
Yeah.
Hide your children, Satan is coming.
You know where the word feminist comes from? It comes from the word for woman, femina, from Latin.
Latin.
That's
The language of the devil.
Exactly. You always hear people doing these demon chants, whatever.
Yeah, I was watching a show the other night, and
It's called,
they were summoning demons, and they started saying these terrifying Latin words I didn't know.
Exactly. You know, what you don't know, it's terrifying.
What you don't know,
Everything
everything that is unfamiliar to you is immediately terrifying
It's
and
terrible.
a threat.
You should avoid that as a man. You know, we're talking about returning to primal instincts. That is the primal instinct.
The one primal instinct is that everything that you don't know or don't recognize is immediately bad, dangerous, and a big threat to you.
Exactly.
And it's not
So-
only a threat; it's a personal attack on you
I wanna,
as well.
It's a personal attack.
It's targeted. They want you to feel this way.
Now, yeah, so is it a coincidence? I don't think so.
I don't think it's a
That
coincidence.
feminist comes from a Latin word, a Latin language of all satanic chants.
All of the
All of
satanic
them.
chants.
All of them. So, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning into
Thank
this
you,
episode
everyone.
of
We
Wolf
always
Theory.
appreciate
we are
having
really sorry
fellow-
for all the difficulties that were today.
We
but
appreciate having fellow Omicron men all over us. We
Omicron,
need
high
men
value,
all over us.
high value men.
Watching our stuff.
tune in next
Tune
episode.
in for the
because
next
we've
episode.
Got we've got a debate coming up. We've decided we're gonna debate. Who are we debating?
I don't know.
Someone.
We're gonna debate someone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And stay Alpha, stay Sigma, stay Omicron. Until the next episode.
Goodbye.
From me, Jack Hammer.
And me, Chexley Bronner.
At